Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am K, the letter K, C, the letter C. Welcome back. So, on the internet, there are many people sharing their love stories, their divorce, and even breakups. And well, it's not my place to judge or to say anything because every relationship is unique and special, and only the two of them know what is going on. Okay? The people, the outsider, like even including myself, we only see a tiny portions of their relationships, and then we start to judge. And that's not fair to either side. For example, if you are gonna take sides like, okay, this person is always cheating, is always beating his partner, giving reasons like that, okay? I'm sorry, but that is not gonna work. Because I know there are people that are much worse, okay? And still their partner stay with them. Why? Seriously, you don't know about that why. You don't know. But I have heard that one of the reason they still stay with their partners is that they know that that person is the one that they love the most. Okay? As long as they are happy, then it's fine. Because in the end, they know that that person will come back to them. And that's how people can stay quiet or stay with their partner despite all the abusive behaviors or all the unacceptable actions. Because we are talking about people here. And when we talk about people, we cannot use logic to explain things. Unlike math and science, 1 equal 1, 1 plus 1 equal 2, or when you hold something in your hand, it drops. The law of gravity. No, but we cannot explain things like that we cannot explain things with logic when we talk about people. It's like in social study class. When we talk about history, talk about society, talk about people, there's no absolute right and absolute wrong. The teacher will give you all the informations regarding that event or this matters and let you decide whether it's good or bad, whether it's good or wrong or bad, right or wrong, pro and cons, or what you can get out of this incident. What can you see? What are the messages? And that's people. And relationship involve people. And so we cannot explain things with logic. And that is also why it is so difficult to stick around with people. You just don't know what they're going to do next. Everything can seem fine, but suddenly, out of the blue, things change dramatically. And I would like to talk about how relationships in Japan too. And I saw some, I think, video or articles about how cheating is acceptable in Japan. I can tell you that that is not true at all. Okay, in Japan, it's not true at all everywhere. But the thing about having a relationship in Japan, having a family in Japan is that in Japan, people think of a family or people think of a family like a company. They run the family like a company. Everyone in the family in that company has their own role. The role of a mom, a mother, the role of a father who go to work, the role of the mother who take care of all the housework, the role of the big brother taking care of the little sibling, the little brothers, sisters. Everyone has their role. And what happens if the mom cheat or if the dad cheats? Well, maybe in order to maintain this family for the greater good, they will maybe stay silent or just endure it. It may sound absurd, okay? But that's how some, okay, of Japanese view their families from what I have heard so far. Yes, I got to be careful here. I use the word some because if I don't, people will say, "Oh, hey, you are generalizing the whole Japanese culture to people." So I'm not gonna say that because I do know that there are many faithful couples, husband and wife there. Even my friends too. I have many. Maybe I will introduce them later. Yes, but there's still some people view family as a company. But and it's running a family is like running a company. That's a really interesting comparison. Yes, I have my honey here. It's cold here and I prepared this time. Hot honey in a quiet, ch- chilling park. Where was I? Yes, relationship in Japan. And as we all know, the population is dropping so quickly in Japan. Aged population, age populated city, I mean country. And that happened not just in Japan, but all the well developed countries too. Sometimes you may wonder why. How come the third world countries or countries are still developing have much better birth rate than all the well developed countries? And that's why many well developed countries need immigrants to support their financial um, support for the countries, the financial, what's that called, the environment, the system. It's interesting. I remember the first time I met someone who told me they are in these open relationships. I didn't know what was it. I Google it, look it up, and in an open relationship means that that person can have multiple romantic relationships. Okay, and I couldn't comprehend that. And but anyway, there's something like that. And when I look further into the data, usually the people who are in open relationships, they are well educated people. They are manager levels. They are boss. They are all well educated. But why do they do this? And when I think about it, maybe because they are too smart. They are too intelligent. They know that people cheat. So instead of dealing with cheating, this and that, hide and seek games, just have an open relationship. And when you are in one, there's no more cheating, right? Because it becomes a normal thing. And people can go as far as they can share the stories with each other at night on bed. Oh hey, that guy, I went out with him the other day and da 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 shared experience. But that's not something that I can accept. But that doesn't mean they are the bad people, okay? Just because they have a different view or different standard, different philosophy in love, that doesn't mean they are the bad people, okay? It's like there are many people judging Daniel. I mean, not just Daniel, but I know other people as well. They are good to their parents. They are nice to their neighbors, but they are in open relationships. So don't judge a person based on their love relationships, based on their intimacy relationship. Okay, it's not fair because we are a human being. We are a round character. We have many sides. We have many qualities in our life, not just one. And thank you for listening. Have a nice day, night.